Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Alright Seipher, we're ready.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we finished up our initial missions for the Imperial Army, earning a new task of clearing a path through the mountain trail, which we successfully pulled off to reach the mountain village. Once there, Mushu informed us that he spotted Shan-Yu heading into a cave near the village, and encouraged us to go after him to bring Ping's family honor, only for it to be a trap and distraction as Shan-Yu laid waste to the village while we were in there. This time, we're going to be heading up the mountain to confront Shan-Yu at the summit. However, before we do, I do want to quickly go over the new abilities we got, starting with Sora's Slide Dash, or as it's also known in Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, Sliding Dash. It is an ability that enables us to close distance and attack at the same time, which can be very useful, only works on the ground and costs 2 AP to equip, so not really much loss for AP there. And then Ping, in that last battle, got Hyper Healing, which is basically Second Wind from Kingdom Hearts, in which he'll, or rather she, will recover more quickly from being knocked out, about twice as fast, and would be quadruple as fast if she had a second copy of it. And when she does get recovered, she will get double the HP back than she normally would. So, pretty good all around. Anyway, let's head on up. The Heartless Air Force has a new grunt. These are the Rapid Thrusters. These guys aren't all that tough as their attacks are fairly straightforward, rapidly pecking with their beaks and slowly chasing after a target while spinning. They were really not much to deal with. Their main strength lies in swarming you in groups. Sora has a pair of reaction commands for them in Speed Trap and Aeroblade to easily dispatch groups of them. They do have a single noteworthy drop in Lightning Shards, which they carry at a base 4% of the time. And as we see here, we have a reaction command for Ride the Wind, which can allow us to really get some height. Not all that useful, but pretty fun. We also have a chest over here with a high potion. That's the second to last one, or the penultimate. And there's another chest back over here behind some carts, but we'll have to take care of these guys first. Yeah, I kind of hate the guard animation for Sora too. While Roxas's didn't look like it would actually do much of anything, Sora got way too flashy with his guard animation now. And there's an AP boost in that chest, which I want to use, but he definitely got way too flashy with it since he's now spinning around to block, which really, you don't need that, Sora. Anyway, let's quickly use that AP boost. Sora, thank you. Okay, so with that done, we can head upward toward the summit.
Attack!
Okay, so our party's out and it's just us. Not good. We have to survive for a minute while defeating as many Heartless as we can. And we have a new Heartless here. The Heartless Air Force has some new tanks. Say hello to the Bolt Tower. These massive Heartless, befitting their size, are very slow and focus on using their size at melee and thunder magic at range. At melee, their range will mainly be focused on headbutting from the bottom or striking the ground to create a shockwave. Using the speed trap and arrow blade from the... That was a reacting command for the Bolt Tower. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. To send its lightning attacks back at it, since it can capture you with the lightning. And that's pretty...
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Huh. Sorry. Oh, Flint, Flint, I need some.
Wait,
Hey.
wait a second. Oh, you're going the wrong way.
Yes!
Captain?
Look out!
Run for it.
Thanks, Ping.
It was nothing.
I should never have doubted you. From now on, you have my trust.
Thank you, Captain.
Man, first she uses me as a lighter, then she turns me into a cannonball. The head ancestor's gonna hear about this. You know, that's it. I give up. I can't take this no more. Come on, Mulan. Let's put this charade and go home, girl.
Mushu.
What?
Mulan? A woman? It can't be.
Ping! Captain!
Oh, boy, you're okay.
You all knew, didn't you? You knew Ping was really a woman in disguise.
Bull.
I can't believe you lied to me. The punishment for high treason and dishonoring the army is death. Get out of my sight. Now. You're all dismissed.
But, Captain...
My debt is repaid. The Emperor is waiting. Move out!
Mulan, I blew it.
Thank you, everyone. Sorry I got you in trouble.
It's no big deal. So, Ping... Mulan... What are you gonna do now?
Go back home.
You know your daddy's gonna be steamed as a chicken dumpling.
Relax. We'll take our share of the blame.
Thanks. You're all wonderful friends.
Ping has gone back to being Mulan. Mulan learned a new ability. And now we have Mulan, Goofy, and Donald in our party. I'm just going to keep it to Mulan and Goofy. Now, to finish up my previous thoughts on the Bolt Tower, I did say that they attack at a distance with thunder-based magic, using a laser that will grab opponents and strike up to 10 times in succession, or emitting a flash of light from the top of their bodies. When they grab you with the laser, you can reverse it back on them using the bolt reversal reaction command to free yourself and hit them back hard. Befitting their name, these guys drop lightning shards at a base 10% chance of the time and energy shards at a base 4% chance of the time. Now then, I gotta say to Mushu in that scene, of course, they obviously couldn't do what they did in the actual movie, because I don't really think that we could show any blood in this game. At least I don't think so. Not without Disney getting all worked up. But it seems that, well, it's a bit odd that Mushu ended up giving Mulan away like that, but hey, gotta work the plot along somehow. Anyway, Mulan is back to her normal self, and having dropped her alias of Ping, she is finally donning her true strength. First and foremost, Mulan has gotten back a bunch of abilities and gained a ton of AP that she didn't have before. She's kept all the abilities of Ping and gotten some new ones. We'll immediately want to remove the auto limit ability, as we will not want to have that accidentally trigger and eat up all of our MP, as limits are a new feature, well, a revitalized feature of Kingdom Hearts 2. So, additionally, she now functions more as a magic swordsman, actually attacking foes with her sword and using Mushu to unleash fire magic upon her foes. She'll no longer trip due to losing the armor and will prove to be quite the aerial combatant. To top it all off, Mulan now also has access to her Limit Dragon Blaze. Unlike the first game's limit abilities, these are special techniques that allow a character to team up with Sora to tear through enemies in a flashy display, at the cost of using up all of Sora's MP. In Mulan's case, her Limit Dragon Blaze allows Sora and Mulan to unleash devastating attacks, bolstered by Mushu's fireballs. All in all, a vast improvement, if I may say so. However, I think I'm going to unequip Draw and put on her hyper healing. And you know what? Since I don't see us needing her to have items, let's put on her fire boost just so that her fire magic will do a bit more damage. And we'll take that potion back. Okay. The limit command has been added. Press left on the D-pad to show the limit, then select it. Limits are abilities that consume Sora's MP and are executed with party members. Yeah, we already went over that. I want to quickly take a look at the treasure just to make sure that we got them all. That we did. Okay. So now let's go down the mountain.
Shan-Yu.
He's alive.
He's heading for the Imperial City. We've got to warn Shang.
So we've got to get a move on to the Imperial City. So down to the village we go. And immediately we'll see that all of our partners are now walking around like NPCs. So this is one of those special areas I told you to be on lookout for, as you can easily train your drive forms. What do you have to say, Mulan? Shan-Yu is supposed to be a master swordsman, but so are you, Sora. If you can parry his attack, I'm sure you'll have a chance to strike back. Well, that's actually a decent hint to something we'll be seeing later on. Anyway, I would suggest dropping off any new synthesis materials we got. Learn to synthesize new items through free development gained from completing the collection. I guess we got 5 types of different materials, so we can now synthesize 3 freely. We don't need to have a recipe to make stuff. Not that I'm going to be going into synthesis recipes anytime soon. Anyway, let's get a move on. And you know what? The next enemies we run into, let's use the red rocket just to show it off. You have to use every single limit at least once in standard mode to be able to complete the journal. So getting to show it off, even though that was kind of a waste of it, is pretty nice. It'll come in handy, I'm sure, when we really need it. Probably more so than using Valor form with Goofy. Although we can use both. We could actually use Mulan's limit and then get our MP back by using Valor form. Okay, did that really need to be a scene? I question. But whatever. Let's go.
Shang! Shan-Yu is alive. He's headed this way.
And why should I believe you this time?
But she's telling you the truth.
Guard the palace! Do not let the enemy get anywhere near the Emperor! That's an order!
Captain, we'll secure the courtyard, and you can save the Emperor. That's an order!
Okay, so we have to defeat the Heartless. Thankfully, I think we'll be just fine, even though we are down on an MP from using the limit command. The Emperor's in danger. No time to lose. Let's push on to the palace gates.
Now you'll bow to me.
ends now.
Right now.
The leader of the heartless Hun army is here to challenge us. This is Shan-Yu. Immediately of note is the gate gauge in the top left corner of the screen, which functions just like the morale gauge did earlier in this fight. As we must collect orbs to keep it high, and enemies will constantly try to attack the gates, much like they did in the Bailey. We will have to rush forward to grapple with Shan-Yu when he gives us the chance, and use the press command to push him back until the takedown command appears. He is supported by his bird, Hayabusa, and I need to probably just bust out. Shan-Yu. Okay, so his main attacks are rather straightforward. A downward slash with his sword. A 5-hit combo while moving forward, swinging his sword while turning his body to the right to knock you back. Releasing shockwaves around himself when jumping and spinning sideways, and jumping slightly then charging forward at high speed. Hayabusa will also aid his master by following and descending and pecking at you. If you do eliminate his Heartless, he will summon more eventually. Hayabusa, despite his size, can also grab you and fly you away.
Now that's what I call burning some honey bun. Oh yeah, Mulan's the best. Mulan's the best. Now wait a minute, I'm the best. Mushu's the best. Mushu's the best.
I've heard a great deal about you, Mulan. You stole your father's armor, ran away from home, impersonated an Imperial soldier. You deceived your commanding officer, shamed the entire Chinese army, and dishonored your family name.
We get the picture.
You're a young woman, and in the end, you have saved us all.
Yeah!
Your Excellency.
Captain Lee. Take this, so the world will know what it is you have done for China.
Thank you.
Mulan.
Yes?
Sora.
Sir!
Donald. Goofy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is that all there is to say, Captain? If you wish to win the heart of Mulan, China's bravest woman, you'll have to be a bit more eloquent than that.
Yeah.
Can I get an autograph?
Thanks for everything, Sora.
Now they gotta let me go back to being a guardian. They gotta!
But Mushu, I thought you already were a family guardian.
What? Oh, no, don't even worry about that. That's just real technical, just for us guardians.
You tricked us!
No. See, I just, I just didn't want to bog y'all down with all the guardian needs. See, it's very complex, a lot of fine print. You wouldn't understand.
Huh?
Guess it's about time to be moving on.
You shall be missed.
Is it okay if we come back to visit?
Of course.
We will look forward to your return.
You two play nice.
Whoa, watch it, soldier.
Goodbye, Sora, Donald,
Yeah.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Obtained Hidden Dragon. Restores MP relative to the amount of damage taken. That is a pretty good Keyblade upgrade, or at least now we have a third so that we can switch out between what we have equipped. Anyway, since it didn't happen back to me when I was facing Shan-Yu, I should take the time to address a certain feature. During that fight, should your HP fall to 0, you are given a choice that is different from the typical game over when your HP hits 0. The options being I won't give up and it's all over. The latter will shift you toward the normal game over screen. Choosing I won't give up, though, will cause King Mickey to appear to fight Shan-Yu in your stead. He only does this for a handful of fights, so don't rest easy thinking Mickey will clean up a mistake on your part. I'll be pointing out which fights he can appear in going forward just in case I don't end up using them myself. Mickey, at this point in the game, is a rather limited but powerful individual. He has 60 HP and 100 MP. For abilities, he only has Scan and 1 copy of Air Combo Plus. This is offset, though, by him being incredibly nimble and his few moves being powerful. He can jump with Circle, attack with X, and cast a spell called Pearl with Square to launch homing balls of light for a cost of 18 MP per use. That said, he does lack a combo finisher, so he can't end a fight. So, the main purpose of his gameplay is actually to use a reaction command, D-Charge, to charge his drive gauge to 3 bars. Charging the gauge is sped up when Mickey is in MP charge, which gives you purpose to use Pearl to keep some distance off of you, and then charge up when you are out of MP so you can get Sora back up on his feet faster. Once at 3 charges, Mickey will have access to the Healing Light reaction command, which will fully restore Sora's HP, MP, and drive gauge. In the event Mickey falls to 1 HP, though, before you are able to cast Healing Light, he will instead use a special potion on Sora and leave. This potion will restore half of Sora's HP and leave his MP and drive gauge as they were at the time of defeat. That said, even in specific fights where Mickey can save you, he is not guaranteed to show up outside of the first time that you have to call him. The second time he will only appear 80% of the time. The third chance decreases it to 64. And from the 4th time onwards that you call, he is likely fed up with you at that point and will only show up every 1 out of 2 times. Anyway, with that covered, we have finished up our time in the Land of Dragons, at least for now. Gotta say, it feels like slipping into the starting worlds of the original game. The big bads weren't around, and it was just the world's villain. Mulan was a rather obvious choice, capitalizing on the Renaissance movies, and honestly, it was a good fit. What really sold me, though, was the fact that all but 2 of the movie's actors came back to reprise their roles. We've got Ming-Na Wen as Mulan, B.D. Wong as Captain Li Shang, Harvey Fierstein, Gede Watanabe, and Jerry Tondo as Yao, Ling, and Qian Po. Even Pat Morita returned as the Emperor for just a few lines. And while Eddie Murphy didn't come back as Mushu, Mark Mosley does a pretty good job in mimicking him, having done Mushu and Donkey in DVD sequels and video game appearances of those characters. And they're just beginning, as we're going to see a lot more reprising roles as we get further into this. Anyway, with that, I'd say we've earned a well-deserved rest. Next time, we fly out to the path we didn't travel. I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.